2 hours before Iran kicked off its World Cup against New Zealand, a father and his teenage daughter stood in line outside the stadium in Los Angeles. Draped around the girl's shoulders was a flag, green, white, and red, with a golden lion and a rising sun in the middle. A security guard stopped them at the gate and told them the flag was not allowed inside. And when a reporter asked the father for his name, he would not give it. Not because he was breaking any law, but because, in his words, he was not safe saying out loud that he was against the Iranian government. Sit with that. A man in Los Angeles, in the United States of America, afraid to say his own name over a flag. And the organization that decided that flag was too dangerous to be seen inside the stadium was not a government. It was FIFA. So let us talk about the moment FIFA spent all weekend trying to erase. Because once you understand what that flag means, you understand exactly why they tried so hard to keep it off your screen. The flag is called the Lion and Sun. It was Iran's national flag until 1979, when the current Islamic regime took power and changed it. For millions of Iranians living abroad, especially the enormous community in Los Angeles, the Lion and Sun is not a relic. It is a statement. It means, I love my country, and I do not support the people running it. It is the single most powerful way an Iranian in the diaspora can say the regime does not speak for me. And in May, FIFA banned it. They ruled it too political, and on Monday morning, hours before kickoff, a judge let the ban stand. Now layer on where this was happening, because the timing is almost unbelievable. Iran was playing on the soil of a country it had, until that very weekend, been at war with. The United States and Israel had launched strikes on Iran back in February, and a deal to halt the fighting was announced on Sunday, the same day Iran's team flew in. And the city hosting them? Tehrangeles, the largest Iranian community on the planet outside Iran itself, built by people who fled after the 1979 revolution. The diaspora that opposes the regime, in their own backyard, watching a team that many of them see as an arm of the very government they escaped. This was the moment. A global stage, the biggest sporting event in the world, in the heart of the Iranian exile community, days after a war. The perfect chance for the World Cup to let a persecuted people be seen and heard. And FIFA's response was to confiscate their flags. Because that's what actually happened at the gates. Security was instructed to check every flag they saw. In the span of a single hour, reporters watched guards give nearly a dozen people the same choice: get out of line or hand the flag over. One woman's Lion and Sun flag ended up balled in the fist of a Los Angeles sheriff's deputy. Fans wearing the emblem on their t-shirts were ordered to turn them inside out or cover them up. One man, told to remove his shirt, said it plainly, "This is the true flag of my country, and for nearly 50 years a fake one has flown in its place." The checking got so aggressive that a man holding the actual American flag was asked to unfold it and had to say in disbelief, "It's an American flag, man." That's how badly FIFA wanted this image gone. They were searching the stars and stripes in case it was hiding a lion. And here's the part that should make you angry, because it's where the hiding becomes erasing. Despite all of it, despite the metal detectors, the confiscations, the inside-out shirts, dozens of fans got their Lion and Sun flags inside anyway. And once they were in, they waved them. They waved them when the official Iranian flag was unfurled on the pitch. They waved them through the national anthem, which a section of the crowd openly booed while others turned their backs. Outside, hundreds of protesters had gathered, some chanting USA, some holding photographs of people they say the regime killed in its crackdowns, abuses that human rights groups like Amnesty International have documented for years. The statement got made. loudly, by the people. But here's what the world watching at home saw. Almost none of it. Search social media, and you'll find fan video after fan video, whole sections of the stadium dotted with lion and sun flags, a sea of red, white, and green defiance. Then watch the broadcast, and it's gone. The camera stayed on the football, the official flag, the anthem. FIFA is the host broadcaster. FIFA controls the feed. FIFA decides what the cameras show you. And they decided you should see a normal match, with the regime's flag on the field, as if the protest in the stands simply was not there. They could not keep every flag out of the building, so they kept them out of the picture instead, like it never happened. Now, I want to be fair, because this isn't simple. There is a real argument that huge global stages should stay out of politics, that you cannot let every cause turn the World Cup into a billboard, and FIFA's no political symbols rule exists for a reason. I get that. And the diaspora itself was split. Some came to cheer for Iran, the country, some came specifically to boo, and some stayed home because attending at all felt like endorsing the regime. This is genuinely complicated, and the people living it do not even agree with each other. But there's a point where a neutrality rule stops being neutral. When the exiled community of a country accused of killing its own protesters on the soil of a nation it was at war with days earlier, wants to wave the flag of their heritage to say not in our name. Enforcing no politics doesn't keep FIFA above the fight. It drops FIFA into it on the side of the regime by silencing the only people in the building brave enough to speak against it. Pretending you have no position is a position, and FIFA chose the comfortable one. Protect the official picture, hide the inconvenient one. And if you think the hiding was only about the flag, look at how the team itself was treated, because the United States did not exactly cover itself in glory either, and FIFA just went along with all of it. Iran could not even stay in the country it was playing in. The United States refused to host the team for the tournament, so Iran's base camp ended up in Tijuana, Mexico, across an international border. On match day, the players made a 140-mile trip from Tijuana to Los Angeles that took 5 hours, much of it stuck in security checks. They flew in the day before the game, and then, the moment the New Zealand match ended in a 2-all draw, they were ordered to leave immediately. No overnight stay, no recovery session, straight back onto a plane to Tijuana. Their coach, Amir Galinoue, said he did not even know why, only that they were being told to go. He called his side the most oppressed team at the World Cup. His captain, Mehdi Taremi, called the whole situation a disaster. Think about what that actually means competitively. Every other team at this tournament wakes up in the same city as its stadium. Iran crosses an international border before and after every single match, and their final group game, the decisive one, is in Seattle, more than 2,000 kilometers north. Add the visa denials for their backroom staff and federation officials, which the United States justified by citing alleged ties to Iran's Revolutionary Guard, and the supporter tickets that were revoked on the eve of the tournament, and you have a team being asked to compete at the highest level of the sport while being denied the most basic equal conditions. FIFA's president Gianni Infantino did go into their locker room after the match. The players appreciated it, but they also said the same thing the coach did. This is not enough, and FIFA has to do more. And that's the whole miserable picture. The players are caught in the middle. They didn't pick this fight. They represent a country, and not necessarily everyone in its government, and they're the ones eating the competitive punishment. The diaspora is caught in the middle. They finally had the stage to be heard, and they were searched, stripped of their flags, and edited out of the broadcast. The only party in this entire story with the power to make it fair, to let the truth be visible, to give an oppressed team a hotel room and a persecuted people a flag, was FIFA. And at every turn, FIFA chose the option that kept the picture clean and the questions quiet. That's the moment they didn't want you to see. Not a riot, not a tragedy, just a few thousand people in Los Angeles waving the flag of the country they love, trying to tell the world something true, and a governing body working overtime to make sure the cameras looked the other way. The flags were there. The defiance was there. FIFA just made sure that if they could help it, you'd never know. So what do you think? Is FIFA protecting neutrality or protecting a regime by erasing the people who oppose it? Drop it in the comments. I read every one. A like genuinely helps more than you would think. And subscribe if you want World Cup coverage that shows you what the broadcast will not. Football at this scale is never just a tournament. It's a moment in time. And this was a moment somebody very much wanted you to miss.